Now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play fake here on first down. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On play action, Locke sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Dancing to his left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Taken down back at the 15.
Throwing his Lock on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1 yard line.
First and goal from the 1 yard line. Costly penalty.
Again, it's Lock. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Good. Barely got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now right away, he'll look to throw. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The Cowboy first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Tony Pollard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think
he rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
By Jake Ryan.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And now it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down, Prescott again. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. They'll roll him out right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. His throw's going to be incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke going to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Terry Poe marches in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll be incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football to 2. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Well, he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
He nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. Then to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be out right at the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to the line.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. This to Jarwin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
48-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And Dooley to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Block off of play action. Flush to his right. And an incomplete pass.
block on the key.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
10.
Block now to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Around 44-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Down, Cowboys.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 4th quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. They're able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's hot Clinton Dix with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Got it over man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Dallas.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Carried out for Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 34-yard line.
Second and 11. They go to Elliott again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 At their
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play call. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Open man is Michael Thomas, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Locke. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Incomplete. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
At the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. This one brought in by Jefferson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
14.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Locke looks to throw it again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. This is going to wind up as safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Complete. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Locke. And throws another one. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's now
from the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Rocky wants the football and tell. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
It's now 3rd down.
He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Minnesota Vikings.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And his throw here is incomplete. The rookie C.D. Lamb, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. After the turnover, here's Locke.
Another attempt on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Flushed out right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
39-yard line.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. This to Jarwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Prescott. They'll set the screen to Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that's Elliott complete.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Play action now. Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. On play action, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal at the 7.
Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Shot now for Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.